that's why I usually start this by saying I think it's playing. Yes, it's playing. But welcome to Coupeville.
This is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is a FM station, KWPA, and can also be heard on your iPhone. Now here we have the wharf.
This is the wharf.
This is the wharf.
The home of an awful lot of seagulls.
Yes.
And usually sailboats. Right. But we're here in January.
Coupeville Wharf, Kim's Cafe, Harbor Gifts, local grown leisure yachts, and the marine interpretive display. Everyone should get up here and see this. This is a fun spot. It's quiet, it's romantic, it's artistic, it's a wonderful place to do photography, a wonderful place to paint, great place to write. Everyone should get up here to the wharf at least once. Here's the Coupeville Wharf sign. This is actually built in 1905. Quiet, former fishing village.
Which still has a fairly large shellfish industry.
Shellfish, that's right.
Yeah, because of the mussels. Penn Cove mussels. I'd be more likely to come up here for a vacation when it was like this than when it is warm and sunny. One of the reasons I actually moved to Whidbey was to finish writing a book.
Really?
Yeah, 12 months at Merritt Lake. Local grown, that's where the writers hang out. All the way from the gas and diesel sign.
Yes.
Yes. But, you know, the panorama.
Nice to have choices.
The Penn Cove. Which on a day like today, you know, this is beautiful kayak weather. And if the seals and the orcas show up while you're out there, well, say hello and hope they don't jump in the boat. And then over by the mussels, Penn Cove mussels. And there's actually up at the end of the cove, there's a really nice lagoon.
Welcome to E.B. Here we have the National Historical Reserve map, which you can note lists Penn Cove as truly a cove, protecting the land and the mussels. Welcome back to Evie's Landing, the National Historical Reserve. Here we have the bluffs above Admiralty Inlet near Evie's Landing.
Oh, you wanted me to follow you? Oh, why didn't you say so?
Rocket Blockhouse.
Yeah.
We can retake.
This is true. No, we can leave it as it is. Come up this way, and then you head over to Evie's Landing, where a nice set of bluffs, and you can walk along the top of them, or down along the water where the driftwood piles up. So I tell you what, let's just continue the walk up past the Historical Museum.
Whole pictorial history of the area. They have materials been given by local people from families in there.
Coupeville is also home for a lot of art. I mean, just look at the doors to the museum. You're just talking about how this is a lot like, you know, little towns in New England.
Especially in Maine. Very, very, very similar sites that you're seeing right now. Known as Blockhouse, built in 1855. This precedes even the wharf.
Coupeville Library just got renovated.
And they stayed consistent with both the hardscaping and the softscaping. The colors of the building.
Oh yeah.
Inside of the building, we have the rocks from the shore. We have plants that are indigenous to the area.
Well, this little corner coming up, Bay Leaf, which is a deli of sorts. Yeah. And Christopher's Restaurant, which is really nice menu. I really appreciate them. And then Coupeville's got its own rec center. I go to dances here.
This is a friend of mine just sitting here, having a little discussion, a little reading. Even from youth, they start to read novels. This is Bosco, stop that! Bosco! I told you, leave the plugs alone. Bosco, you need to stop. Oh my goodness gracious.
Bosco's not stopping. Ever. No, this is not Colorado. This is the Vale Wine Shop and Tasting Room. But no, this is still Coupeville. Whidbey Island has quite a few vineyards and wineries. Coupeville even has a mall, which evidently has been around since 1925 and used to be a garage. But you see, now we finally get to Coupeville proper.
Yes. We have the Front Street Grill,
which actually has a gluten-free menu.
This area is a little alcove in Coupeville, and this is for the birds.
Oh, yes.
Well, Dad, I don't have to tell you this, but it's bright sunshine out. You can put out the kerosene lantern. It's okay.
Just look above your head. I think there's one more thing.
Another National Historical Reserve building in this town, of which most of the buildings are in this town on the National Historic Reserve Register.
Which now it's a touch of Dutch because there's a fair amount of Dutch immigration here, but I'm starting to think that somebody in town must have a good business in bronze plaques. This is Penn Cove Art Gallery, which is not only a collection of island art, but it is also the art co-op. So if you're buying art here, you're buying art from the artist.
Often people will say, let's go back to the island. Well, when they do, they arrive here.
What if we never left? You think we're allowed in?
No.
Oh, okay.
You have to go to Poughkeepsie and then come back.
And the bead shop, I have to admit, I haven't spent a whole lot of time in the bead shop. You know, Wynn visits barbershops.
I do.
And if there's one place that everybody in the area knows is in Coupeville, it's Toby's. Fresh mussels, fish and chips, plenty of good beer, and looks like the tide is out somewhat. The tide here rises and falls about 12 feet in a day. Ooh, this is looking good.
Have you eaten at the Need and Feed?
I haven't eaten at the Need and Feed.
The nice sandwiches, rolls in the morning, wonderful tasting items.
Any of these places that are on the front street, you're also walking into a place that has beautiful waterfront.
Here is the Whidbey Examiner, the primary newspaper of the north end of Whidbey Island. If you want to actually, Tom, know everything that's going on with civic groups on Whidbey Island, the Examiner is the place to find it. They're not closed.
They're not closed. The oyster catcher, simply good food, is simply resting. At its heart, though, I think Coupeville is as nice a place to live as it is to visit.
We've had great reports about the Coupeville Inn. I mentioned something about that. The Northwest Institute of Literary Arts is the only master's degree program in creative writing that is accredited and not associated with a college university in the United States. The only sounds I've heard since we've been taping today are you, me, and the seagulls.
And this would be a great time to just kind of segue but walking into locally grown, because my fingers are getting really cold holding this camera, but they're not open yet.